Before we start looking at some date DAX function, alright, let's look at this question. We were told to create a calendar using the order date in the order fact table and to format the month to show the first 3 letters and quarter to be in this format Q1. So let's go back to our Power Pivot. Currently, you can see we're on the rolling calendar. So first thing before we move to that, anytime you import your data, your date dimension table alongside with your order tables into Power Pivot, you have to make sure you mark it as a date table. What do I mean? If you don't mark it as a date table, you don't see it as a date table. So I go to my design, then in my calendars group, you would see mark as date table, then date table. When you click on this drop down button beside mark as date table, you can see that the box here is not checked. So I'm going to check it now. So it says select the column to be used as a unique identifier for the date table. I want my date to be the unique identifier. So I'll hit OK. And let's go back and see. You would see that this box has been checked. So it has marked this table to be a date table. So anytime you're importing your data and it contains a dimension table for calendar or for date, make sure to mark it as date table. So what if you don't want to, you want to just create your calendar here inside the Power Pivot, you're not importing, there's a way you can do that. So all I have to do is just go to my order fact table. So once I'm in my order fact table, select in my order fact table, then I'm going to use the order quantity column to create another table entirely for date, for calendar. So I'll select this order fact table, select it, and I'll come here, then I'll click on the button, I'll say on beside date table, and I'll click on new. So the moment I click on new, it would help create a new table entirely containing, can you see that? Can you see? You have dates. We just created it here in Power Pivot. All we had to do was just select that other column, then go and click on new in the options for date table, and that was how we have this. You can see we have dates. This is showing as date as time, so you can always format it to show as just date. So I'll select the column for date, and see it's currently showing as date and time. Click on the drop down button and just select short date. So I have this, you can see date, the year, the month number, the month itself, the month and the year, day of the week and day of the week. So what if I want to add a new column and I want to extract, I want to just return the first 3 letters of the month. All I have to do is just click on this add column. I will name this and I'll give it month short. Hit enter. The moment I hit enter, you have your equal to sign in the formula bar. Then I would say format. So it converts a value to text in the specified number format. Double click on the blue box, and the first argument is the value. What do you want to do? What do you want to format? I want to format the month. Or no, let's just go with the date. I want to format the date. So select date, and the date is coming from the calendar table. Don't forget, it's coming from the calendar table. I'll double click on this, comma. So what should the format be? How should it appear? I want it to appear you should just return the first 3 letters. So I'll just type in 3 M's, 1, 2, 3, 3 M's. And I'll close my parentheses and I'll hit enter. We should have a value for it. Can you see that? Can you see the value? So don't forget how I showed you. If I want to capitalize this now, I can just come here, then I would put upper, open my parentheses, then close it again at the back, and I'll hit enter. So you should have a result. Can you see that? Very easy and very simple. This is for month short. All I had to do was just use the format function. Then I formatted it to be this way. So what if you want it to be in full, all you have to just add 4 M's instead of 3 M's. You add 4 M's to make it to be in full format. That's that. So for quarter, we don't have quarter here. So if you want to add quarter to your data, you want to add quarter. Double click on this. I would give this quarter. Hit enter. Then I'll come here. Quarter. So you can see here you have an equal to sign in the formula bar, and I would say quarter As you're typing the quarter, you should have it quarter. So let's see. So you can either choose end of quarter or next quarter or previous quarter, start of quarter. Let's go with just okay. So it wants me to apply. I think for this, if I had imported it, would have just allowed me. So let's look at start of quarter. So what column do I want to work with? Let's work with date. I'm going to work with dates, the date from this calendar table here. Just close my parentheses and hit enter. So it should return the quarter for me. So I'm going to no, this is not what it should return. You should not return this. I guess the reason I'm having this is because, so let's use this rolling calendar and see if it works out. This rolling calendar, I would double click on this. Let's see. So we brought this in. Double click on this. Rename this to be quarter 1. Hit enter. Then I would come here. Yeah, come here and type in quarter. So can you see? Okay, this is from a table. Okay. Okay. All right. So you know what? I think if here in Power Pivot, it's just showing you can either use end of quarter. I think it's in your normal Microsoft Excel that you use. You'll be able to use quarter to extract this. But here in Power Pivot, you can see it's just giving us the option of end of the year, next quarter, previous quarter, and like so. Let's just we already have our here. So I'll work with this quarter we have here. I'm going to delete the column. Yeah, delete it. I'll just work with this one I have here. Then I would give it okay, so let me give it quarter short. Okay, hit enter, and I'm saying I want to format. So what do you want to format? I want to format the dates. So I want to make sure the dates coming from the calendar. Dates here, comma. So what should the format be? So I'll put my parentheses, then this, trying to see this slash. Okay, so I was trying to find the slash, put my double quotation mark, then this particular slash, then I would put QQ, capital letter QQ1. So let's see. QQ, close my parentheses, and I'll hit end. So let's see the result it's going to give to us. So can you see that? You can see quarter here showing 33. This looks more presentable. It looks more presentable compared to this. With this, I know that it's Q3. Scrolling down, I can know that okay, it's for Q1, it's for Q2, like that. So you can see that it looks more presentable compared to this one. Can you see that? So you can also use your year to extract year. If you don't have year in your data, maybe you imported the data that only contains dates and you want to extract the year from it, the month, the week, day, you can use the DAX function year. It's also year, month, quarter. Okay, I think for here in Power Pivot it's showing in start of quarter, end of quarter, previous quarter, like that. So you can use weekday here in your Power Pivot. So that's that on. In case you want me to, so you don't get lost, let me just do one example here of how you can use. So just give it year 2. I'll give it year 2, hit enter, and I would come here when the equal to sign is in the formula bar. Then I would say year. You can see FY, this FX year, Year from where? What's the date? You can see the argument takes only its date. The date is coming from rolling calendar. So I'll put in date and be sure that the date I'm calling it's from the rolling calendar. Close my parentheses and hit enter. You should have the exact thing you have here in this same place. Very simple. So if you want to extract month, the same name, month, weekday, exactly the same thing. All right, so that's that on some DAX, date DAX function in Microsoft Excel here in Power Pivot. We'll see in our next video. As usual, don't forget to practice. I will repeat, your practice will always bet your perfection, no matter how smart you think you can be. All right, we'll see in our next video. Bye.